For nearly 2 decades, the internet had a predictable, static structure. We searched, we scrolled, we clicked links. But today, that familiar, long-standing architecture is rapidly dissolving into a new, highly adaptive system of machine intelligence. Right now, a silent, high-stakes conflict is playing out in Silicon Valley. It is a trillion-dollar battle over who gets to own the foundational intelligence layer that will soon power the global economy. On one side is Google, the incumbent monopoly. Under CEO Sundar Pichai, they've controlled the flow of digital information and advertising for an entire generation. On the other side is OpenAI, a smaller, highly specialized research lab that launched a surprise offensive, catching the giant off guard and forcing a defensive scramble. The winner of this race will dictate the tools billions of people use to work, learn, and perceive reality. Back in 2015, Google already employed roughly 3/4 of the top AI talent. To prevent them from holding a complete monopoly over future systems, a group of tech leaders funded a counterweight, a nonprofit called OpenAI. The effort was eventually spearheaded by Sam Altman. His strict focus was on building artificial general intelligence, machines capable of acquiring new skills on their own to solve human problems. But training these models required staggering amounts of server capacity. To pay for the raw computing power, OpenAI controversially pivoted to a capped profit model, allowing them to raise billions of dollars from outside investors. That capital led to November 30th, 2022, when OpenAI released ChatGPT. Instead of typing isolated keywords into a search bar, users could suddenly hold real-time, complex conversations with a machine. The response was overwhelming. It took Facebook over 4 years to reach 100 million users. ChatGPT hit that exact milestone in just 2 months. Millions of people were using it to write essays, brainstorm ideas, and generate code. By proving that advanced AI could be accessible to the masses, a niche research lab became the fastest-growing threat to the tech establishment. There is a deep irony to OpenAI's success. The T in ChatGPT stands for Transformer, a breakthrough neural network architecture invented and published by researchers at Google back in 2017. Google had the technology early, but they hesitated. Releasing a conversational chatbot posed severe risks to their reputation and, crucially, to the search advertising business that funded their entire operation. When ChatGPT exploded globally, that caution evaporated. Internal reports indicated that Google executives declared a code red, recognizing an immediate threat to their core business model. Teams were rapidly reorganized. Google merged its 2 elite research divisions, DeepMind and Google Brain, pooling their top talent into a single, highly focused unit to mount a counteroffensive. Their weapon of choice was Gemini. Unlike previous text-heavy models, Gemini was designed from the ground up to be multimodal, meaning it could process text, images, video, and computer code simultaneously. With Gemini's release, Google abandoned its defensive posture. The hesitation was gone, replaced by an aggressive push into an all-out technological war. The conflict has now moved from the lab to the broader economy, pitting conversational AI assistants directly against the traditional search engine model. Sustaining this competition requires massive physical infrastructure. Training a cutting-edge language model demands thousands of specialized microchips running continuously inside colossal data centers. To secure that hardware, OpenAI locked in a massive partnership with Microsoft, securing $13 billion in investments and gaining access to the Azure computing network. This chart shows the actual revenue trajectory of OpenAI compared to other historically fast-growing companies. After hitting the $1 billion mark, the dark green line representing OpenAI spikes sharply, outpacing firms like Moderna and Uber. This chart projects those revenues into the future. The black line tracks OpenAI's expected growth over the next few years, breaking steeply away from the rest of the pack. Look at the lower cluster of tech giants. Firms like Google, Amazon, and Meta had rapid growth phases, but none matched the aggressive slope projected for OpenAI. This immense financial momentum creates a high-stakes pressure cooker. Both companies are now compelled to deploy world-altering technology to the public, far faster than they might otherwise choose. The effects of this rivalry are moving from corporate boardrooms into the daily workflows of the global workforce. This chart shows the percentage of U.S. businesses actively using AI to produce goods and services. Since 2023, the dark blue line climbs steadily upward, illustrating rapid, practical adoption across the country. The impact on knowledge work is immediate. Software engineers use these systems to write code faster. Businesses are automating routine logistics, and students are entirely changing how they research. Meanwhile, regulatory bodies and legal systems are struggling to keep pace. Institutions built for a slower era find it difficult to manage systems that evolve every few months. As this artificial intelligence layer embeds itself into our daily tools, the way we value human labor and cognitive effort is permanently shifting. Advanced machine intelligence has moved out of the laboratory and into the global economy as a functioning utility. This global transformation is already locked in motion. There is no off switch, and the pace of development is not going to slow down. Our relationship with digital intelligence is being redefined by the winners of this race, and the companies in control will decide that future.